Hello everyone, I'm Simran Bahmania and welcome to my channel. So in the last video we had talked about how to prepare your mind for NID exam. This video will be in continuation with the last one where we'll be talking about the pattern of the exam, the right strategy for the preparation and some tips and tricks to crack the exam. So let's just begin the session without any further delay. So an ID paper is divided into two parts. Part A is DAT, which is Design Aptitude Test, and Part B is CAT, which is Creative Ability Test. So in Part A, which is DAT, there are around 20 questions, and the type of the questions that come are almost similar if we look at previous 10-year paper. So the questions can be based around art and culture of India, where they can give you an imagery of different handicrafts from India, and they can ask you to identify the states it belongs to, or they can be different dance forms of India, paintings, art movements, or the question can revolve around the heritage or UNESCO sites. It is really important to be aware and to keep yourself updated with what's happening in nation as well as globally. What you can do is you can start reading newspapers, or you can download applications like InShorts, where you can just scroll through all the burning topics. Also, I would like to recommend you to buy all these general knowledge books that you get on the monthly basis. So what you can do is you can start highlighting all the important points touching down upon science and technology, economics, politics, literature, awards and recognition, and you can start making notes out of it. And at the last minute, when you won't have much of time in your hands, you can just take a glance of it and recall all the important events, and that's going to be really helpful for you at that time. So part 2 is creative ability test, where they're going to test your knowledge, intelligence, observation power, how creative you are, how imaginative you are, how do you identify any problem, and how do you provide innovative solutions to that. So to initiate live sketching, what you can do is you can just move out of your house. You can sit in a park where you can just start sketching a bird, or if you see any moving car or people walking, or if you're sitting in a cafe while looking at the different activities of human, you can capture that in sketching. Or if you're sitting at your home, if somebody is reading uh, paper, or if your mother is doing some household chores, so you can start capturing that in your sketches. So it is to understand the mass, the proportion, the size, scale of different objects, human or different. There are high chances that questions related to human figures uh, can come, because as we can see from last 10-year paper, these type of questions are repeatedly coming, and for that you have to make sure that you practice it properly and attempt it in a very uh, appropriate manner. Start sketching objects that you see every day or you deal with every day, from stapler to knife to clothes to shampoo bottle, laptop, mobile phone, cutter or sharpener, anything that you see on daily basis, because these are the questions that usually comes in exam. So try to capture different details, and try to sketch in 3D, and try to capture in different perspectives. Once you start doing that, you will be seeing the difference in coming days, that your visualization skill will improve with time. Try sketching all the perspectives, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, ant view, lizard view, bird's eye view. All the views are really important, because the questions that are being asked in the exam are not really straightforward. They can ask you in a very twisted way, For example, imagine yourself a lizard, or imagine yourself an ant sitting on the ceiling of a room, and draw the view of the room. They can give you some objects and ask you to enlarge it 100 times or 50 times, and ask for different unconventional uses of that object. So there your design thinking will come into place, where you'll have to reject all the forced ideas or the common ideas that come into your mind, and you'll have to literally think out of the box and see of what different ideas can be implemented. Then there can be questions related to future, where you're supposed to design garmentry or footwear or phone which is 10 years ahead of your time. So these questions cannot be attempted until or unless you haven't spent enough time with your sketching or with such type of questions. So for NID exam, time management is the key. If you know how to manage your time well, you'll be able to complete your paper on time. Otherwise, I'm telling you, it's really hard to complete the paper, and for that you really need to sit with all the last year question papers and set a timer and see how much time you are spending on what question. So guys, don't worry, keep calm, don't panic. Try to utilize every minute of your day. Uh, all the time that you have in your hands, just try to make best out of that. And you don't have to worry about the probability of the selection, but instead try to give your best, and don't worry about anything. An ID exam is pretty easier than other exams, and just try to complete your exam, because a lot of people leave their paper, and they're not able to finish their exam on time. So try to master that. I've told you all the methods and ways of how you can work on it, and I think that is it. Just try to improve on your skills and work on your weaknesses, and just enjoy this process of learning. I think that is more important. So yeah, take care, have fun, thank you.